How's it going? Quincy Brannan Law Group, North Texas. We make people single. Simple, straight to the point. That's what we do. We're a full service digital law firm. Look down below. You can book an appointment to have a scheduled Zoom or Google Duo conference with us so we can talk about your divorce issues. But getting to the meat and potatoes, that's not why you're here today. Why you're here today is for me to discuss the Armie Hammer and Elizabeth Chamber divorce. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Back in July, these two who have been married for a while decided that they were going to finally get a divorce. I say finally get a divorce because normally there's a lead up. You don't just one day wake up and want a divorce. Something has been bothering you. There's been something going on, a situation, and it just gets to the boiling point where one party or both parties just cannot take it anymore. So, in this instance, we don't know any of the facts of what brought them to a divorce other than the fact they declared a divorce. Now, in a joint statement that they made, they declared that they would be putting their children first. Now, just to recap, in case there's people watching this that don't know who I'm talking about, Armie Hammer is an actor. His wife, I'm not super familiar about her. I believe she's an actor as well. I think she was a model as well. But he played in The Lone Ranger with Johnny Depp and The Social Network with Aaron Eisenberg about the Facebook founding. Anyway, excuse me. So these two decided that they were going to get a divorce. They decided to put their kids first. Now that's an important topic I want to bring up in regards to Texas divorce, specifically here in Texas. You get a divorce and you have children. Those children are now subject to that marriage. Those children are going to have to be affected by a custody order. The custody order will be part of the final decree of divorce, or it could be that the children are subject to a modification of that order down the road, or the couple's not married at all, but they have a child together. Paternity has been adjudicated or found by DNA test, and the judge has accepted that the father is the father, and now they're going to make a custody order. Well, in regards to divorce, when you're getting a divorce, your children are often subject to being shuffled around from one parent to another. It can be traumatic. It can be a life-changing event that could cause all kinds of issues down the road for them. The courts most often have standing orders that make sure that you and your partner do not cause these issues. They specifically order you, and you will be found in contempt of that order if you don't obey that order. So, in this instance with Armie Hammer and them, it's a good thing that if they were in the state of Texas, and I imagine anywhere else in the United States, getting a divorce, it's a good thing that they don't have any kind of conflict involved with the kids, because that could cause 9 kinds of heck in a world built for 7. So, remember, if you're getting a divorce here in Texas, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. Okay, you want to get that divorce, you want to get it done. You built up to that point. It could be difficult. The more children you have, the more property you have, the more difficult it could potentially become if your partner is not willing to negotiate out a release. Typically in Texas, when it comes to custody specifically, just a custody order is negotiated between the parties. The parties decide, well, I will take a standard possession, you will take possessory, you will take the right to designate, whatever the case may be. They move on from there. Now, in the event that that doesn't happen, either a judge or a jury will decide that for you. It's best not to let it get to that point. It's best to just make a deal and move on down the road, because you never know what's going to happen when you get a third party involved to make a decision about something that's so personal and close to you. Now, that being said, if you have questions about your divorce here in Texas, give us a call. Information's down below. Just set up a Zoom conference. You can see my lovely face and we can talk about what's going on in your life and see what we can do to help you. Because remember, our goal is we make people single.